Virtual Racing School was developed to provide support to the next generation of sim racers. No matter if you're a rookie or veteran or what car or track you'll be racing, our goal is to provide training every step of the way. We found that iRacing can be quite difficult without proper training. There needed to be a way to prepare for on-track racing. With VRS, you can literally learn from the best sim racers in the world, including 4-time NASCAR iRacing World Champion Ray Alfala.
And Ray Alfala is a 4-time champion of the NASCAR Peak Antifreeze iRacing Series.
3-time iRacing Grand Prix World Champion Martin Kroenke.
Martin Kroenke becomes a 3-time world champion.
Rallycross World Champion Mitchell de Jong.
Mitchell de Jong is now champion for the iRacing Rallycross World Championship Series.
And many other top sim racers. Data packs include everything you need to start learning. Our World Championship coaches create the data packs by setting a hot lap or a series of fast laps for you to compare, analyze, and replicate. Data packs also include a tutorial where the coach points out techniques they use to hit the fast lap. This gives you access to the latest driving techniques and setups before you even hit the track. Sign up for a free account and download the VRS telemetry logger. With this application running seamlessly in the background, your laps automatically start syncing to the VRS website. From there, you can analyze and compare 2 laps of your choice, whether it's your data, the coaches, or your teammates. VRS will automatically target improvement opportunities so you can get up to speed even faster. VRS also makes it easy for you to request and schedule one-on-one or group coaching sessions. These sessions can range from 30 to 90 minutes, and you can select the car, track, and setup combination of your choice. Visit virtualracingschool.com today to sign up and get started.
Hello and welcome to the SRF Weekend Warriors presented by RaceVoice. It's the start of the new season, and over the next 12 weeks we'll be racing across 4 continents with tracks from the fast free-flowing Spa to the tight and technical Oran Park. But tonight we kickstart the season at the notorious Lime Rock Park, nestling in the foothills of the Berkshire Mountains in northwest Connecticut. Lime Rock Park is a short, fast and tough technical circuit that has become a mainstay of sports car racing throughout the years. Set in the beautiful parkland, Lime Rock is unusual in having no grandstands, with spectators invited to picnic on the grass banks which overlook the circuit, giving it a reputation as a very family and friendly orientated venue. But as for the racing tonight, well, we have got a massive grid here. We're knocking on for 50 drivers, which even by SRF Weekend Warriors standards is a big old grid. And I'm sure it's not we're going to see some maybe not so friendly and family orientated racing out there, as we come so lovingly to know within this series. I'm Tim Cox, and I'm joined by Adam Hadfield, a new voice to this series, and as always, we have the absolutely epic Jonathan Grabowski on production. Well, let's talk about last season. Well, Aeronom, he absolutely dominated Spec 1, making it 4 championships to his name. He now just stands one behind Gaspers, who is our Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, as it were, of the number of championships, with 5 to his name. However, we do have someone else who's won the championship returning. Austin Winner, he's back, so it's going to be fantastic to see how he gets on. And of course, Masters, Chris Murakami came alive as the season went on. Will he be able to carry on that form into this season and retain his championship? Adam, Lime Rock Park, it's, wow, it's, as I said, it's short, fast, technical. It's going to be a bit crazy out there, I get the feeling, today.
Yeah, evening everyone at home and fellow commentators in the box. Yeah, Lime Rock Park, 50+ drivers. I can't see there being any room on track. We're just going to have a constant snake from about lap 10, I'm expecting tonight. Just cars in and out, in and out, in and out. It's going to be tough to call the action, I think. I'm getting dropped in the deep end.
It is. We're accustomed to some absolutely epic racing within this series. I mean, two wide is that's just beginner stuff. 3 wide, that's just average normal stuff within the SRF Weekend Warriors. It's when we get to 4 and 5 wide, which we have seen numerous times before, and positions being settled across the finish line by under a tenth. It's going to be an absolutely epic night of racing, undoubtedly. Now, just some changes, some slight tweaks to the rules. So the Masters Series, which obviously Murakami is currently 3rd during the warm-up, that's been tweaked slightly. So the age limit, well, the entry age for that was 60 and above. That's now been brought down to 55. So a slight tweak within that, and we've got some extra names within that field, but don't worry, we've still got all that usual protagonists, like Surf John Payne and Stevie Ray, Jeff Cantor, they've all returned. It's going to be an absolutely epic night. I mean, I'm just looking through the list, Adam. We've got David Naselli, we've got Antonio Rice, who's, of course, so fortunate back at Daytona last season. Put on the front row of the grid, only to have an incident on the first lap and have to retire the car. So unlucky. I think it's going to be a tough one, really, to work out who's going to come out victorious here today. And I think it's like you were saying, it's who's going to make it into the lead come turn 1.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the qualifying times. Top 14 drivers, 4 tenths between them. Dudu Castro there in 14th with a 57.9, with the Aero claiming pole position at 57.5. You say whoever gets out in front will probably claim it, but that last corner run out of turn 9 to the line, we definitely see some photo finishes in the past.
We have, yes, and this is it's going to be. I mean, if the only slight saving grace potentially that whoever's leading coming out of that final corner might have on the last lap is that it's not the longest of runs down to the start-finish straight. However, and it is a big however, as we've seen so many times, anything can happen in this championship, and anything, quite frankly, does happen. And it's going to be absolutely fascinating. And obviously, we're driving with racing with the chicane. Halfway through the lap, the optional uphill as it's known. So you see the drivers heading through now. I mean, how do you think it's going to play out there? I imagine it's going to be quite tough, especially when it comes around to lapping people, because this is going to be relentless traffic.
Yeah, I've driven this track in a few different cars. For me, the chicane is just, there's not enough of a braking zone there. You can't dive on anyone. If you're going to overtake, you have to be at least halfway alongside them, and then there's got to be some respect. You've got to watch out for each other, otherwise clip a curb. I think we just caught the tail end of some funny business there. Very easy to get speared off. Even just catching the curb wrong will spit you, especially in such a low and lightweight car.
It will do, and these cars are quite tricky to drive. You have to drive them almost on the throttle. Of course, their rear engine within the car, so obviously the rear, very similar to the Porsche 911. It's a very sort of fine balance out. However, the way that you see these guys drive it, as you see the Sally just at the depth of the warm-up there, putting in a 58.1 going fastest, and it's going to be I think it's going to be tricky for few of the drivers, but they make it look so easy. And let's just run you through your grid. So out in front, claiming pole position with a 57.5. Carrying on from where he left off from last season, it's Aeronom. He's got Marco Pinero for company. Tony Bartman, the Canadian, he's on the second row of the grid with Masters driver John Payne. The Selly, he's on the third row grid with a returnee to the championship, Arabian. David Baum is with previous championship winner, Austin Winner, on the fourth row. Bobby West and Youngji Lin round out your top 10 and the fifth row. Ben Foster, he is 11th and the highest of the Spec 2 drivers with Peter Mirashek alongside for company. Then moving through the grid, we've got Dantas and Castro, Fritz Perry, Vogel and Darlow, and Bradshaw and Antonio Rice rounding out your top 20. Rice would be a bit disappointed with that one. Some great qualifying last season. Gibson and Murakami on 21st and 22nd. Alan McCain has Yang Wang alongside him. Just moving through the grid, we've got Sancinelli and Gradwell, Babic and Walker, Favini and Kern rounding out the top 30. Then it's Brame and Jackson, Butenga and series organizer Stevie Ray in 34th. Ken Batley's 35th with Jesus Rodriguez in 36th. Then we've got Green and Beneg, Cancer and Tanny rounding out your top 40. Broadhurst, Laughlin, Dick, Waldbolt, Bertoni, Burkitt, Jesse Flores, taking us up to 48th, and it's a big grid here. Bilansky, Walker, Mitchell and Godfrey round out your field here. 52 cars, a maximum grid, a short lap. This is going to be so tight and tough. I can't wait for this one to begin, Jonathan. I mean, so you speaking to Jonathan. Sorry, Adam.
No worries. It's the first of the new series. Yeah, you've got just enough time to catch your breath before the race gets underway. We're coming around on the safety car. Everyone lined up 2 by 2 equal, running.
Just getting it's all happening already out in the background there. People having instants left, right, and centre. We knew it would be tight. We knew it would be tough. But already, before we've even come through the last corner, as the Porsche 911 safety car peels away here, and Aeronom leads the field away in the first round of the new season. You see Pinero just tucking up behind him there, but already we've had numerous cars had to take to the pits. So I think Walker and Mitchell have both taken their cars across to the pits, but Aeronom leading the way now through the S's, and relatively everyone getting away relatively smoothly. Selly, he's up to 4th place, is making up a place so far. Other than that, well, best starter so far is Sancinelli, already up 7 places, no scrap that actually. Butenga in 25th, he's up 8 places already. As you just see, Bartman coming under a bit of pressure there from the Selly, and they're going to go side by side now as they head through West Bend. And we'll come to the end of the first lap. Norm, just see him in the foreground there, breaking away with Pinero. Those two have really got a gap already. 1.2 seconds over Naselli in 3rd. And what we normally used to see in that breakaway group of about 4, 5, 8 cars, at the moment, it's just 2. What a start here, Adam.
Yeah, it's a great start from Norm Pinero. You don't normally see such a big gap straight off from the lead. I'm just wondering if they've had a little bit of tete-a-tete in the chicane maybe that's caused that gap. Because 1.4 seconds after one lap on what is a draft track, really, you don't see that very often. Speaking of all the drivers who were safe, it's all the drivers who made it to the line. I think we lost 4 or 5 at least running to the line. Not quite sure how that happened.
Let's take a look at the replay. So there's we've got Mirashek there in the red car. There's Dantas on the right-hand side. So this is before we've even got going. So this is well before the major incident which we just caught before the guys came round the last corner. I feel it's already been happening. There's Jason Perry, the Peanut-inspired car. It's all a bumper to bumper there. It's producer Jonathan. There's already so much action. Scrobbling to find the relevant action there. But I'll tell you what, great stuff from John Payne. leading Masters. His closest competitor is Antonio Racing, 10 places behind him. Forster leading Spec2 route now. He's down in 12. Andalo, his closest competitor, he is in 17th, so be happy with that one. But just really looking at the top two, Norman Pinero, they're really pulling away from this group that's behind them. We were just watching, being led by Naselli. And they need to really start to work together, Adam, if they want to catch up. We know Norman Pinero's pedigree within this championship, and they'll be going absolute hell for leather. And they're going to have to put some, hard work and work together to try and catch up to them.
Yeah, I can't see Pinero doing anything other than following at this point. It's early in the race. He knows he's already got a 2-second gap back to Naselli. You wouldn't do anything silly at this point. Just pull in, craft away. Let's see how far they can make this gap here before the pit stops, and then start dealing with traffic.
I think that was that. I'm just trying to work out who that was. I think it might have been Favini potentially, or who just ran deep there, and that's cost him a ton of places where the field is so tightly compact here. Just one little incident, one little outbreak yourself can cost you so many places. As we just rewatch it here, Adam. Oh, he just got it onto the grass there, and that's what sent him around. You see everyone stream through there, Adam.
Has he snatched a break or something? I'm not quite sure how he's managed to pull that one off, or maybe on a downshift and it's just over-rotated.
Yeah, I think just got a bit, almost a little bit greedy, and just took too much of that curb on the inside and ended up on the grass. And we know what iRacing's grass is like. It's absolutely lethal. It's like ice at the best of times, and as well housed by him. They're currently on board with Osim, winner, previous championship winner, excuse the pun. Currently, he is down in 7th place. He's got returning Arabian in front of him. But I'll tell you what, John Payne from Masters, great start from him. Great qualifying, setting him up so far. He's in 5th. Let's just see from the timing tab, this group, despite them not looking like they're really battling, they are dropping quite a bit of time. It's Pinero and Norm are now 2.5 seconds clear of this main group. It's, as you can see, I'm just going a little bit defensive there, but it's all happening in the midfield here. It's Paolo Bray, you see him, the 555, he's got Butega in front of him, and Jason Perry in that inspired car, just looking for a move up the inside, and here he goes. This is going to move down surely here, Adam, down into turn 1.
Set it up, and you may get a 2-for-1 deal here.
Let's have a look. Yes, this is saw Brain run a little deep, but yeah, it's spot on, Adam. He's got 2 cars into 1 turn. Great drive there from Perry. Butenga was the other car they managed to get past, and that checker flag styled liveried car. And we've got a spinner. That's Antonio Reis. Oh no! It is, isn't it? He's got a bit of a blockage there down at the chicane, and he's going to be sat here waiting for ages. He's pointing in the wrong direction.
He's going to wait race
for everyone to stream through. You can see everyone filing through.
At this point, you're going to have a constant snake. You just got to find a gap. There it goes.
So he's going to come out right at the back of the field. A disaster strikes for the Portuguese driver here at Lime Rock. And he got his contact. It was Dantas there, which then carried him in. It all happened.
He's gone bowling for Northwest Connecticut there.
This is absolutely... We knew that part of the track would be trouble. But it's just showing there. And I think it was Forster, another driver caught up in that as well. Let's take a look. So, complete passenger in it.
Yeah, there are 2 innocent parties there. Plus the guy who then pile in.
You see Dantas coming through as well. Just reversing the car. That's not the best of free jumps. I think everyone just managed to make it through somehow. I think something's happened to the Selly. He's dropping a couple of places right now. He's trying to have a bit of a look here. Yes, he's dropped 6 places. I don't think he's come off track, so something has happened to him to lose all those places. We're 7 minutes in already. Let's pick up this replay. So this is what's happened to the Selly. So he was on the lead of this chase group. As they come down the hill to the last turn. He just, and a bump there. Tony Bartman, and has sent him out onto the grass, and everyone files through there, Adam, and did well to just hold on to it on the rejoin.
Yeah, it was a good job getting back on there safely, unlike the previous incident we were just referring to. Well, yeah, really unfortunate with that little bump.
It was so unlucky, and top 10, let's just rule. We've got Noah Sancinelli off there after a great start from him. He's losing an absolute ton of places there. Someone off parked in the background as well. I'm not too sure who that is, but it's all happening here, and as we come around onto that 9th lap now, let's just quickly run you through. Keep going, run through the top 10, and everything seems to happen. Let's take a look at what happened exactly to Sancinelli. So he goes for a move up the inside, completely misses his and somehow everyone zips together and avoids hitting one another there, and Sancinelli lives to fight another day. But let's just quickly run you through your top 10. So Norm from is first, Panero, Bartman rounding out your podium. Those top 2 really pulling away strong from that chase group. John Payne, leader in Masters, is 4th, winner 5th, Arabian 6th, Bomb, Lynn, West, Mirashek round out your top 10, and then your leader in Spec 2, that's Andalo. He's currently in 14th place. Wow, I mean, it's so tough to know where to look right now. We've got action up and down the field. I know we're normally used to it, but with such a small track, it's even more compounded this week.
Yeah, the words Demolition Derby start coming straight to mind after these opening few laps. Out front, Nom and Panero they're laughing, they've gone. Bartman now leading the chasing group of about 8 cars there. We got 3rd to 11th in the lead group, and then a big gap back to Bradshaw in 12th.
It is. No, that's someone off in the background now. Just couldn't quite spot who that was. I think it might have been Alan McCain there, potentially. Just losing it through. Big Bend. There's right now Fritcher. Just at the back of this group of 3. He's got Rodriguez in front of him, then Favini. I would say his leader of this group is pretty much tightly compacted. We've got Sancinelli recovering obviously from his earlier incident. And then Batley, Kern, Gradwell make up that little group. Well, I say little, it's about 8 cars. They battle it out, but talking to Greece, I mean, Bartman, just looking at his lap times here, he's a couple of tenths slower than what the lead 2 are. And I can't work out right now who can, because no one seems to be able to take charge to try and hunt down that his lead guys right now, Adam.
Yeah, he's a couple of tenths off the ballpark of what he needs to be making a closing gap. It's whether Payne, winner, Arabian can get in there and sort of push him along a little bit. I don't know how well these cars treat a bit of front-to-back contact, but I think that's the only way they're going to sort of push each other forward. Unless traffic comes into play, of course. How they handle the traffic might be the key to whether they can catch back up to the front 2 or not.
It's going to be, I think, definitely a tough call, isn't it? That gap now out to 4.8 seconds between the top 2 and the chase group as producer for tonight, Jonathan, coined it last season, the peloton, and it's so true here at Lime Rock Park. They all right on board right now with Arabian. You can see that's winner just ahead of him. Yeah, really the only one making progress. So he's up 3 places. But also Yang Ji Lin, he's made up a couple of places up into 8th as well. Was part of this group. But basically ends all the way back at the Selly, I think it is. Like I say, it's pretty much it's up our top 10.
Yeah,
Selly ruined that mistake, won't he, Adam? I mean, he's put him right to the back of this group from a place on the podium to just, well, that last place inside the top 10.
Yeah, at least he's still in the group.
Well,
how do we
I was
deal
going
with
to
this
say,
one?
maybe he's just going to make him an extra place. Got the 76 there. Everyone tripping up over him. As Yang Lin out onto the grass there. And somehow, everyone manages to get through without an incident. And you can see, as they trying to get through there, Jesus Rodriguez in that white 76 car, really stuck in the middle. And Yang Lin just nudges him out of the way there. overly impressed by. He's not managed to move out of the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Lynn's treating him as a rival rather than a lapped car. He's giving him a lot of space a couple of times there. I don't think he'll appreciate Naselli pushing him right out to the grass, though. Everyone was sort of filing by on the left-hand side, and Naselli thought, I can see an opportunity here, a little window to sneak through. And he got by, but he put some guys in the danger zone.
It's a new fastest lap there for error number 57.7. And that's what has allowed it. Well, it means that West and Lynn have really dropped off the back of that group that are battling out for third place, just to keep you in touch. Payne still leading Master Season 4th. Darlow leading Spec 2. He's in 14th right now. There's Payne in that yellow liveried Ford Spec Racer.
Oh, this is tight. Oh. Not again.
Whoa, no! And everyone caught up there. In with the back markers.
That bomb coming from about 3 car lengths back.
I think it was, yeah, just had a real lunge up the inside, and Arabian, the big loser out of that group. I mean, you called it so well early on, Adam. The traffic is playing a large part in the story. As we see Arabian, he's headed to the pits. Sancinelli's also in, Forster, Burkitt, and Stevie Ray also into the pits. As we've just come over nearly 14 minutes completed here in race 1 this season at Lime Rock Park. And you were absolutely spot on early, Adam. Everyone's starting to trip up over the traffic and not too sure how to handle it almost, as we see Bobby West coming through here, arriving at the scene of all the carnage.
He's got a lovely clear run through there, makes up 2 places that we're going to get a 3rd place off Bon as well. And Arabian's obviously seen enough of this, dived out to the pits.
Yes, I think it's probably, it's so tough because normally, you know, you pit to get out of that group and try and get yourself in some fresh air, but everyone literally, I don't think there's any gaps left on the track with such a large grid here. As we mentioned obviously before the race, 52 cars here today. A circuit that's only just under 1.5 miles long. It's tough to try and fit everyone in, really, Adam.
Yeah, it's a problem when you catch any traffic as a snake, because at some point the snake has to brake to turn into the corner. You can't all get through the same corner, and I think we're seeing some issues there where people don't want to lose the toe or don't want to give up a gap and want to get past whoever they're lapping, and it's just causing a little bit of chaos.
So Arabian, obviously, after he takes to the pits, he's come out in 24th place. But Tony, your biggest climber right now, he's at 28 places. Just see Fritcher. It's in this bit of a group here. He's got Favini just behind these guys. Bradwell is in front of him, and Batley, the Brit, leading this group in that yellow car. This gets really, really tough as we just come over the quarter of an hour mark.
Who was backwards there?
I'm not too sure. I just saw it briefly as I looked across the time sheet out of the corner of my eye. I think it might have been, was it Tony potentially? Let's take a little look. Yeah, just bumped across the curves there, Adam, and Devlin's spinning, and he's got the same issue that we saw earlier, where he's pointing in the wrong direction and kind of wait patiently for everyone to file past to find a place to rejoin.
Yeah, I think he took the better option from Reese there, and rather than going back to the start of the chicane and waiting, he sort of did a 3-pointer and managed to get it going sort of in the right direction, so didn't have to find as much as a gap to slot back into. But really unfortunate there, you could see the back right kicking up as he was under heavy braking, but then he's just taken a little bit too much curve to unsettle him.
Rideable right now with Marco Panero. Sticks to the rear bumper of Aero on these two. Even bigger gap now, some 5.4 seconds clear of the chasing pack. And I think bar some complete and miracle. I just don't see that group behind them catching these two. These two are absolutely on fire right now.
It's a big gap to try and pull back in without a little bit of help from elsewhere. Like I said, traffic can still come into play. I mean, we're 7 minutes into it, 23 still to go. Anything can happen, obviously, and in racing it normally does. But yeah, Bartman needs a lot of help.
It's going to be interesting. You know, get the feeling those top two are going to be settled either in the pit stops or by a bit of luck through traffic. Due to this, we see Bartman there just coming past one of the back markers there. Yeah, I'm going to guess if you're Marco Pinheiro, you're probably going to come in at the same time as Aero Norm, just to try and stick with him and maybe just underfuel the car ever so slightly, you know, try and take less fuel and well, you know it's so hard to pass around here, and then just try and fuel save potentially to, you know, try and make up that time and get past him in the pits. Oh no! The Sally! Hit by one of the back markers there. It looks like he's managed to carry on somehow. He's right under pressure now. He's got Bobby West there tucked up right behind him. But that could have been absolute disaster for Naselli there, Adam.
Yeah, has he come from a particularly far back here?
I don't think it's particularly far back. It's obviously, you see the 516, just unsighted completely.
Yeah, it's a back marker who's tried to let one extra car through than he needed to there. He should have really slotted in and got it up the hill, and then Naselli could have taken him onto the run to turn 8.
I think that was actually the 518 of Joshua Flores. He's headed to the pits right now. Keep you up to date. Arabian still leader of the drivers that have pitted. He's in 22nd, so he's managed to make up a couple of places. So we just look back to that lead group. There's Arabian right now. He's got just trying to catch up to the back of Gradwell, who's ahead of him. But right now, this could be almost a little bit inspired by Arabian here, Adam, because he's got himself into pocket space and just trying to have a little look at the lap times. He's lapping, I think, similar, if not slightly quicker than that group that are battling out for third place.
Yeah, it's a contrast between free air, setting your own lap times, and losing the slipstream from the group. If they're all battling, it's definitely going to be quicker to drive around on your own. If they're working together, that can be a different story. As we go, side by side up over the top, McCain driving up the curb to make this pass. Keeps it side by side around the outside now, and has to give it contact.
Contact there, and there was trying to spot who that was. If it was Bob Kern there coming off the worst. A completely innocent bystander spinning, did a 360 there. Luckily, he managed to, he was pointing in the right direction, so that's not to suffer. The same as what some of our drivers have, where they've had to wait for ages. Lost an absolute ton of places from having to rejoin the track, but they're pointing in the wrong direction. We can see up the hill here, battling hard, as you were saying, Adam, side by side with McCain. That's where it all went wrong.
I think it's the curb again. I think the curb is just bounced off this and sort of into the front of McCain, who won't have been expecting it. He'll have expected him to have held his line a little bit there. And then we just saw the leaders just scooching past that accident right at the end before we returned to line. Looking to avoid any trouble there.
Get the feeling here today. It's going to be survival of the fittest almost. You know, if you can just get the car home, you're going to gain an absolute load of places. And I think Godfrey is our highest climber so far. He's up 26 places. Ironically, in 26th place, as we see Arabian right now up onto the back of Batley and Favini.
This is where his plan goes wrong. This is where his plan goes wrong when he suddenly gets caught behind drivers who he knows he's quicker than. Right out to the white line there.
Almost tripping up over the back of Batley, but that Batley knows where not to his battles, to concede his battles, and you see Arabian just getting past there, and now onto the attack. Favini, can he get it alongside as they come through West Bend? Gonna have to sell behind, but we've got our lead. Aaron Norm is in from the lead. Marco Pinheiro is carried on again. Norm is down to 12th place, and he's got himself into a pocket of space here, and a bit of, you know, an area of almost safety, I think, here, Adam.
Yeah, that's good clean air. I'd be very interested to see what Pinheiro's got in front of him. Is he also in clean air?
I'm sure we'll find out.
Oh, absolutely. He's got a nice space. So we're time trialing between these two boys now. Let's see who's got the ultimate pace when they're out on their own.
Well, Panera has just set a 58.4. We'll see when Aeronom comes across the line and what sort of time he has managed to set.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait a lap to get a representative time, unfortunately. On opposite ends of the track now.
Well, yeah, here to Murakami, currently in 10th place at the rear of this little group. He's got Bradshaw. Actually, no, on the line, that's back Marcus is coming through. Obviously, Murakami, as you mentioned earlier, the winner in Masters last season, and really came alive as the season went on. Just tries to clear the number 76 there of Jesus Rodriguez. Murakami unable to facilitate a pass right now here, Adam. You know,
yeah, he's not getting any help.
Oh, well, there you go. Rodriguez just taking to the grass there and missing part of the corner to let Murakami to slide past, but Selly, see him there on his own, 5th place. But Bomb, he's up the inside here of West into turn 1. Standard move there, and Bomb will be looking to try and chase down the Selly, who we can see in front of him. Knowing that he's maybe a little bit quicker than what we saw last season than Bobby West, and we'll be glad to make it past the Brit there, Adam.
Yeah, he's got a 2-second gap now up to Naselli. Let's see if he can't catch that. It was a sweet little pass there. Standard, just drift them down the front straight, pull out, and he got no resistance from the number 89.
No, we're on 24 minutes complete. 16 minutes left of racing here at Lime Rock. Panero leading the way. Bartman, winner. Payne leading Masters, the Selly, Bomb, West, Lynn, Bradshaw, Murakami running on top 10, and Darlow leading Spec 2 right now. He is in 11th place. So we see one all over the back of Babbitt. There is Andalo, your leader in Spec 2, but we turn to this battle. I'm sure be looking to get a move done into turn 1 now, just keeping one half an eye.
Oh, as Nom sets fastest lap.
Well, I was just having a quick look there, funnily enough, Adam, to see how it's getting on compared to Panero, and then all of a sudden Aeronom posting that new fastest lap of the race. There he is, and it's right behind Murakami. I'm sure it'll be not long before he's onto the back of him.
Panero just dropped into the 57 to 57.9 on the last lap, and I was getting ready to praise such a hot time, and then out comes Nom with a 57.69. Just wondering if he got a little bit of a draft help there. He did make an overtake as well on that lap.
Yeah, we saw see Panero right now be interested to see when he comes in. I think it feels like he's trying to string it out as long as possible, so he has to sink the minimal amount of fuel to get him home and try and make up some time that way, because if not, you keep setting laps like that, then it's going to look like Nom will take the victory here today.
Yeah, I could see a very good reason for him to pit in the near distance. There are 4 or 5 cars battling. He won't want to get involved in that if he can help it. A dive into the pits at this point might be the wise choice.
As we see Petoni heading past Ken Batley. He's going to get up the inside into turn 1. That is up 25 places so far for Petoni. As Panero, he's in from the lead. Godfrey is the only other driver to have a higher number of places. Just go back to Petoni, he's up 28th. We've also got Bobby West, he's come in as well. Now, where is Aero Nom? That is the big question. He's going to be coming round that final turn, and there he is. He's going to come back into the lead. But it looks like he's going to have a big, big jump over Panero, who's only just coming out of the pit. Oh, no, he's not. I thought that was going to be a lot bigger than what that was there, Adam.
Yeah, we didn't see Panero moving until very late there. It's still a bigger gap than when they went in, though. I'd predict that's a couple of seconds at least.
Quite interestingly, Panero, despite stopping later, was actually stationary for nearly a whole second longer than Aero Nom. And that's where he's managed to build up a lot of that time, plus as well that fastest lap. We've got Murakami into the pits. Bobby West is still stationary. Interesting. Repairing a bit of damage or something. I'm not too sure what's causing that one. But he was in an absolutely brilliant position.
It's a disaster if he's picked up damage that he's now going to sit and wait for. He'll be losing all sorts of places now.
Yeah, he's come out in 20. He's just come out of the pits in 26th place. He was stationary for 50 seconds. Give you some contrast that pit stops are normally the cars are stationary for around about 11 to 12 seconds here. Let's just see Arabian there making a move on Palabrain. Has got himself up into 13th. It's just with nearly half an hour completed, just starting to settle down a little bit here, Adam, after what's been an absolute manic opener here to the season, and like I say, only just about starting to settle down a little bit after half an hour's worth of racing. Oh no, it's Naselli!
Oh, that's a disastrous entrance.
He's yet to stop, so he's lost it on pit entry. I'm not too sure how Naselli has managed that one.
There's another car in the pits at the same time. Has he collected someone else, perhaps?
We'll see if we can bring you a replay of that one. Let's here we go. So that's him. So he's already down the pit lane by that stage. So it's happened a little bit before that. Yeah, it's getting from him what looked like a strong position initially, obviously in third. That issue and dropped down to the back of that chasing group down to about 10th place, and it's just going from bad to worse, it feels right now for Naselli here, Adam.
Yeah, down in 13th now. We'll see what he can recover up to. There's a few cars in front within a 4 or 5 second window, plus a few cars still to pit, so he might yet score a top 10.
We've got David Bob. He is into the pits from 5th. Yet to pit are Bartman, Winner, Payne, Lynn, Bradshaw. It's basically the top 5. Then Walker and Wang. Well, that's the guys in the top 10 yet to pit as Bomb heads out of the pits. So Palabrame, he is just coming in the Italian. There is Bartman leading the race for now. However, once he comes into the pits, that will all change. Just trying to keep one half an eye on Aero Nom. He is in 5th place. Just trying to have a bit of a look at where
Pinero's gone. Where's Pinero?
Pinero's
gone. He's gone.
Yes, ended the pits again, hasn't he? So that's something's happened to him. That's surely going to give it to Nom. John Payne is in, Winner's in, Bradshaw's in, Walker's in. So that just leaves our top 2 from the Lynn and Bartman. Some of the last drivers yet to pit. Wang, one of the other drivers with inside the top 10, as we also see Favini into the pits as well. Godfrey and Rodriguez are in too. So yeah,
get away from Walker there. Yeah, I really want to know what's happened to Pinero.
Bit of a strange one. So, but Bartman is in from the pits.
De facto second place now, I think, unless Winner will come round in time. It's about a 30-second stop, so he's going to be about side by side with Winner, I think, by the time he gets out of here.
Lynn is into the pits as well, so like I say, those two all should come in out amongst Austin Winner, John Payne, David Bone. We're in that sort of area as Nom resumes the lead here. And he's going to have an absolute massive gap to the cars behind. But what was the battle for that last place on the podium? Of course, now it's a battle for the last 2 places on the podium, and that's going to really hard to see. Bomb just getting around the outside of Lynn there into turn 1. Just starting to make moves, but he's got a bit of a gap. 1.5 seconds to John Payne. He's on absolute fire here today. at Lime Run Park, leader in Masters and on the podium overall.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to Bartman in that pit stop. He's dropped behind Linney. We had a couple of second gap on going in, I believe. He's dropped down to 6th, whereas I thought he'd be battling for 3rd. He's still in that battle, only 2 seconds cover 2nd to 6th, so this is going to be a rip snorter for the last 8 minutes.
Let's see right now, we're right on board with John Payne. That's Austin Winner in front of us. Previous championship winner. Can John Payne get onto that 2nd step of the podium? Let's find out. Here he comes. Tucks up right behind Winner, who hasn't defended at all. And Payne up the inside, and that's got him up into 2nd place here in the season opener at Lime Rock. Absolutely brilliant move.
An internet issue has taken Pinero out then. Software related perhaps. It happens. It's not good when it does, but it happens.
No, it's absolutely gutting when he's having a great race with Norm. Right now, it's all about this battle for the last 2 places on the podium. Norm has checked out. He is nearly 14 seconds clear of these guys, and that will continue to grow as these guys continue to battle. We've only got 7 minutes left. Let's just run you through your top 10 as it is now quickly. Norm is first, Payne. 2nd, Winner 3rd, then it's Bomb, Lynn, Bartman, Arabian, Mirashek, Perry and Murakami rounding out your top 10. Obviously Payne leading Masters. Paolo Brain leading Spec 2 right now. He's down in 19th place and the first of the cars that are a lap down. So everyone lapped up to and including 19th place here. But I just don't add that this group, they're all over each other right now. Just under 1.5 seconds covering from 2nd all the way to 6th place here. I get a feeling we're going to get some elbows out as the clock starts to really count down here, Adam.
Yeah, and Arabian wanted to get involved in as well, but he's really frustrated behind at least 3 lap cars there I saw in the background. If he can clear those quickly, this could be a 6-car battle. There he is, just over the top there, cleared 2 of them so far. I'm very surprised that Winner just let Payne through on that overtake. With 7 minutes to go, you'd think he might put up a bit more of a sturdy defence.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, really, wasn't it? But I think maybe just, thinking, if I can sit behind him, then I can pull off the same move coming into the last lap. But he needs to be really careful, as you just see. As we look back for a Winner right now, there's Bomb behind us, and we know that he is no slouch. He's got Lin then behind him. Equally, we've seen great performances since we returned halfway through last season, Yang Lin. So I'm not, as much as I can see some logic from Winner, the tactics maybe that Winner is employing, it needs to be so careful, and it's a big roll of the dice. You can see Bomb starting to pull alongside there, where Winner didn't get the best exit out of the chicane. And I think it's almost a little bit like high stakes poker, this really, isn't it, here, Adam?
Very high stakes.
It's going to cost you so dearly.
I wouldn't want to be the driver sat in front of Bomb at the moment. I think he's showing himself as an aggressive driver. He'll go for his moves, and here he comes now. He's coming up alongside, got the draft. Is he going to take this one? Late on the brakes, claims the inside line, and yet through into 3rd. Winner's now lost 2 places in this battle. He wants to be looking forward, not backwards.
See, he's sort of fighting back there, where Bomb just running a bit wide and slow. Out of Big Ben to come through the S's. Nearly. Lynn nearly also slowed up the inside into turn 1 as well. But Winner luckily just managed to shut the door on him at the last second. But John Payne starting to pull. He's got a bit of fresh air between himself and Bomb. Around about 0.4 of a second.
I think they're all struggling a little bit with the chicane. It's possibly a factor of being so close behind each other, but every so often one of them or 2 of them are just going in either a little bit deep or riding curves wrong, and it costs them up the hill. It's what cost Winner to a run to Bomb on the last lap.
David Bomb just covering off the inside of the German there. So he clings hold of this 3rd place. We're down into 3 minutes lap. So just looking at where Nom is, we've got 3, maybe 4 laps potentially left here. And these guys are starting to run out of time. There is your leader, Aero Nom. 15 seconds clear out in first place. He's lapped everyone up to and including 18th place, which is Babik right now. He comes around to complete yet another lap. This is on to lap 38 here. It's been an absolutely flawless performance from him, Adam.
Yeah, he's got West in his sights as the next car to lap. After that, it's Rice, who as our driver spun on early round at the chicane, and then I think that should be it. That should be the last of the danger for him. From here, he can really cruise away. But meanwhile, back in the group for second, Winner's looking up the inside. He's got another nice run. Holds down the inside, but Bomb's going to hold it on the outside. Bomb right round the outside. Can he claim the high ground as we come out of the corner? I think he's got it. Yes, and Winner slots back in. Doesn't want to lose a place to Lynn.
That was so close there. And I don't know how quite Bomb kept hold of that, but he just about did. But Payne's going to be absolutely loving this, looking in his mirrors for an absolutely epic, well, not only a victory within class, but also second overall. His best finish in a very long time. Line Rock and Lynn, another one just sitting back. You can see ahead of him just how close the Winner and Bohm are. I'm almost happy just to try and pick up some scraps here, as we're around about 1.5 minutes left here at Lime Rock.
There we go, this is going to be 3 wide. 3 wide into turn 1.
Oh, Winner's going to get up the inside. And can he also pick the pocket of John Payne? Can he get himself alongside? He's just about getting his nose in front, but he's going to have all the hard work to do as he comes. He's going to be on the outside line here. If he can just hang it out, he's going to have the inside line for the next couple of corners. And there's contact. John Payne goes spinning out to the outside of what looked like a second place overall. He's now dropping down the field and he needs to be careful. Actually, he's going to have a bit of a gap. He's okay to Murakami, his competitor within Masters. But this is really starting to shape up now as Bomb looking around the outside there into West Bend and happens to settle, just tuck back in. We're going to be on to, this is our last lap. They're going to take the white flag when they come around over the start-finish line. There's Aaron Nom. 17 seconds up the road from these guys. Here we go. It's going to be an absolute fight to the death as Bomb looking on the outside. Round, can he get it through past Winner? And it looks like he's going to do round that outside line and sweep across the front of Austin Winner. An absolutely spectacular move. Can Lynn follow Bone through? He's just having to sitting behind Austin Winner right now. We return to our leader. He's only got 2 corners left as he comes through West Bend. Diving turn left to go. And then out across the finish line with a weave across the track. Erunom is your victor here in race 1 of the season, but heading back here because Bomb is going to be round the outside. Winner's on the inside. Lynn, he's hugging that inside line just behind him. It's going to be an absolute fight to the finish here at Lime Rock. But don't discredit Bartman. What sort of run has he got? We're going to be 3 wide across the line here at Lime Rock. I don't even know who's got it. Winner gets second. Lynn third. Bartman fourth, and Bomb ends up in 5th place.
That's a spectacular finish. 3 wide. I think not even a 10th covering all 3 of them there. More like 100th for a second to separate them.
Wow. And what a finish, but it's all happening in the background. Murakami and Naselli, I think 1,000th of a second separating those guys across the line. Wow, what a finish here. I know we're used to great finishes and great races here in the series, but wow. Once again, absolutely crazy stuff. 2nd to 4th, as you said, Adam, separated by, just trying to toss it up now, 300ths of a second.
Yeah, that's outstanding. I think Bomb just caught the grass, did he, on the exit, trying to go around the outside, and it's cost him all his momentum. Otherwise, he could have been in that same 300th.
Wow, let's just take it. Well, we're just trying to calm down a little bit after that epic finish. Let's just take you through your Class of 5 results here. So Eric Nom taking the victory as we saw, and then wow, what a finish between these guys. Winner in second, Lynn, after sitting in the back of that group, coming home in 3rd place. Bartman 4th, Bomb himself a 5th. Arabian 6th. John Payne unfortunately bumped out, so missed out on the chance of podium overall, but winner in Masters 7th overall in the end. Mirashek 8th. Perry 9th. Murakami 2nd in Masters 10th overall. Then we have Naselli, Bradshaw, Walker, Fritscher, Wang, Antonio Race 3rd in Masters and 16th overall. Then there's West and Batoni in 17th and 18th. Babik, Palobrain, winner in Spec 2 and 20th overall. Tom Gradwell, 21st. Then we've got Sanchez, it's a Forster, 22nd, 23rd, and 2nd and 3rd in Spec 2. Butenga, Jesse Andalo, Dick Favini up to 28th place. And then we've got series organiser Stevie Ray. He is in 29th with Dantas, 30th. Then we've got Rodriguez, Jackson, Broadhurst, Burkitt, Godfrey, Waldbolt, Gibson, Green, Benger and McCain taking you from 30th to 40th. Then we've got Cantor, Tani, Batley, Longlin, Pinero, gutted by that issue with his internet, and the first of the retirees 13 laps down, he's in 45th. Kern, Flores, Bilansky, Castro, Vogel up to 50th place, and then Walker and Mitchell, who unfortunately didn't make the start, and rounding out the maximum capacity grid here of 52 cars. Wow, Adam. A quick mention before we head to hear from some of our drivers. Big shout out to RaceVoice, sponsors for this series. If you're looking for a simple way to transform complicated performance data into easy to understand race voice notifications and alerts, they have over 16 different notifications, including upshift, downshift, overhead alert, corner entry, turn in and exit speeds. It provides immediate feedback on driver and vehicle performance. Now, I think, Adam, it's time to hear from our winner. I'll allow you to have a bit of a chat with him. It's Aeronaut Victor here today at Limeright Park, and starting off the season, surely it means to carry on.
Yeah, maybe it looked too easy, but definitely it wasn't easy.
No, I mean, it was just obviously from inside the cockpit, obviously yourself and you managed to break away. Only 2 cars in that breakaway group compared to what we're normally seeing. What was it like out there on track? Obviously 52 cars, only a circuit that's incredibly small, just under 1.5 miles. Was it more about just traffic management, getting through the back markers than necessarily setting a fast time?
Yeah, definitely. Before the lap traffic, I was just going full out, and yeah, I know Panero was able to keep up with me, but yeah, with the traffic, just you had to watch ahead and make the runs to the last corner. For example, you had to stay back a little bit and not to get bogged down in the middle. So yeah, it was very, very difficult. I think I saw one guy 5 times in the first 10 laps.
And in terms of your pit strategy that you employed, were you just trying to sort of carry on and find a pocket of space to come out in after your pit stop? I mean, I know that must have been quite challenging, or you just purely you ran your fuel as long as you possibly could?
No, I saw the gap behind. There was nobody when I come out of the pits. Of course, I can't see the lap traffic, so it still was a little bit gamble, but at least traffic is easier to pass than for the position. But I saw some cars in front of me, maybe 3 seconds ahead, so I took the gamble.
So next week we head to a completely and utterly different track, much longer. Of course, it's Spa. I suppose it'll be a bit of welcome relief to yourself and the other drivers with having a bit more room out on track.
Yeah, definitely more room, but I don't know what it will be. I can't remember when I last raced there, but yeah, it will be a lots more draft, and I think there will be more position changes. So let's see.
Definitely, and good to speak to you. That's Aeronom, our Victor here in round 1 of the season at Lime Rock. Always good to hear from Aero Nom there. And I'll tell you what, Adam, do you want to have a chat to second place overall Austin winner?
Hey,
well,
me.
Are you there, Austin?
Yes, can you hear me?
Perfect, brilliant. So you've come up from 8th place to 2nd there. How's that race from your perspective?
Well, it's my first race back in quite a while, and this new car, new transmission, new tires. I haven't had too much experience with it, so I think 8th, I was happy with that. And even if I had just stayed in 8th, but was lucky enough to move up a few times off some mistakes, I don't think it was anything I did. And then at the end there, it got a little bumpy. Not how I like it to end. I'm not really assigning blame either way, but it's no fun to win when there's car contact involved. And I say win, but 2nd place.
Yeah, are you referring to the contact with John Payne there through turns 2 and 3? Because you were obviously side by side for a couple of corners there, and then it was just the lightest of touches that just slid him off onto the grass.
Yeah, and I'm, again, not assigning blame here. I looked at it on my replay. It looked like network issues or net code on my side, but I apologize to him. It's not a good way to end the race, regardless of net code or if I was in the wrong anything. I'm sorry to him.
I'm sure he's understanding as a Masters driver. He knows that these things happen from time to time. And just on the final there as well, obviously too wide, too deep coming through the final corner. What could you do to pedal your car any faster?
Oh, I mean, you could kind of block, but that's, I took the middle line, and then you can't block after that. So I just stayed there. Maybe made Yanchi lift hair by taking that middle line, but yeah, it was close. And even the whole way down, I didn't know if I was going to stay ahead or if I was going to end up 4th.
And your thoughts for next week? Have you got a lot of practicing scheduled?
Oh, none at all. I hope just wing it and get lucky again, I hope.
Right, good luck to you for next week then. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
The Austin winner there at 2nd overall. And I'll let you have the honours on your debut, Adam. You can speak to last remaining person, Wang, who's dropped in for a chat with us, finished in 15th.
Good afternoon, Mr. Wang. How was that race for you from your perspective?
It's an intense one. I mean, had a lot of fight with other people, and I truly enjoyed the race because it's my first time racing this league, and I feel everybody is like so competitive and really like gentle when the fighting is on. So I pretty much enjoyed myself, had a lot of fun.
Yeah, you qualified 24th. You've made up 11 places in the race. Did you manage that through clean driving, or have you been shunting your way through?
I just some good luck with the traffic, and my opponents are held up by the stalled cars, and I just got through. So yeah, just a bit of luck.
And a good pit strategy, maybe?
Yeah. Thanks for Lin. He did the strategy for me.
Very good. Plans for next week? Are you going to be putting in a lot of practice hours between now and then?
Yeah, pretty sure. Like, I love Spa, and when Spec Racer has like more horsepower, it should be fun around Spa.
Yeah, definitely. A big draft track there. Before you go, would you like to shout out to anyone?
Yeah.
So go ahead with anyone you want to call out to.
Oh, I think we might have lost Wang there. Not to worry. So I think it's pretty much time to wrap here of what's been yet another great race. Oh no, we've got Lin in. Let's grab a quick word with Yangshi Lin. Yangshi, 3rd overall. As we spoke to Austin winner earlier, it was really hairy coming into that last corner. Just sort of rolling back a couple of hours prior, it seemed like you were happy just to sit at the back of that group and try and just see if anyone had any incidents in front of you, so you could pick up a place that way.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm a little bit sick today. That's why I'm not seeing my best performance. So I'm actually not really catching them. I was staying with the group just because of the draft. I mean, I glad it worked out in the end.
Yeah, well, considering you know that you weren't feeling in the best of form, to come home with third is absolutely spectacular. I'm sure you'd be chuffed to bits to it. I mean, just go through. Obviously, you know you're coming down. You know, it's the last lap. You've got the last corner left. What was going through your mind, and on how to play it, and also how it panned out for you?
I know it's going to be come down to hard racing in the end. I mean, we had a group of 5, and obviously everyone wanted second place. And I think Tony Bartman was trying to make some moves behind me, so I actually have to like run in the middle of the track to assure that Tony doesn't have an inside. And then I try to follow Austin because you're just going to be quick on the inside line. And there's some unfortunate contact between him and David in the end. And so, I mean, I have been in a similar situation before when I was the second car that's on the outside of the last 10. And I have to say that situation, I mean, that experience helped a little bit to help me make the right decision there.
Definitely. I mean, it was great to watch you make up those couple of places in that last corner, and wow, I mean, you guys couldn't have got it any closer. Between second and fourth place, it was 0.03 of a second. It was all that separated you. I mean, you can't even comprehend what sort of distance and just what sort of difference would have made to either, you know, come either second or fourth within that little group of you. Is any just sorry to rush you. Anyone you want to give a shout out to at all, or anything?
Yeah, I know you're short of time. Yeah, I mean, thank you guys for broadcasting. Thanks for the series sponsor. Thanks for Steve putting this series up, and so special congratulations to my friend Yu Chen. I mean, he won the Division 2. I mean, we were in the voice chat today. First time he raced this car.
Oh wow, that's even better performance then. Definitely with on your debut to have a victory, it's good, and we should look forward to seeing you in Spa in a week's time.
Yeah, for sure. That's I think that race will be a lot more better than this one.
Yeah, you'll have a lot more room to breathe at Spa in comparison to here at Lime Rock. But no, we shall see you in a week's time. So, wow, what a race here, Adam. So just to round out here from round 1 at Lime Rock, if you want to follow us on social media. On Twitter, we are at Apex Racing TV. Facebook is facebook.com/Apex Racing TV. And of course, Instagram, that is at Apex Racing TV. Now, coming up on the channel in around about half an hour's time, it's IGP Fun F3. It's round 1. Of course, for them, they are Road America. Well worth tuning in for that one. And then tomorrow night, it is NASCAR's. They are at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's the 1987 series. I mean, well, worth tuning in for. And then coming up on Wednesday evening, it's the Ray Esports League. It's round 6 for them. They're back here at Lime Rock Park, so I'm sure that'll be a very entertaining evening. And quite a few of the drivers who we've seen tonight will be also featuring in that one. Wow, Adam. What do you think to your debut within the series and the action we've seen today?
I'm blown away by it. I've got to say, 52 drivers have shown up and they've really put on for a show for us tonight. Some real highlights of both the massive victory from Miro Nom, just showing me what he can do and showing the viewers what he can do, and some hectic action in the middle there. Great battles as well, though. I've really enjoyed that battle for second, which sort of ebbed and flowed throughout the race. Unfortunately, Panero obviously taking his software issue out of the running, but the remaining drivers fighting tooth and nail. That was very entertaining.
So, from myself, Jonathan and Adam, Thanks very much, and we'll see you in a week's time at Spa.